What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with the Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode 3, Worst Wedding Ever. Before I start, y'all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop. Make sure you are liking all the videos so I can stand the algorithm. And welcome to all the new subscribers. Sit back, prop your feet up, grab your popcorn. Because it be like a little kiki around here. That's what I think. Okay? Also, I'm sorry, y'all. So this Sunday night, is it 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, I will be on a Black Girl Den podcast discussing family or fiance as well as divorced sisters. So come around there. Y'all go subscribe to her channel. Y'all, she is awesome. Again, it's Sunday, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And come on over. We're gonna be live, so y'all finally get to see me live for the first time. Okay, not a pre-recorded, but a live. Okay, I've already dropped the channel, the page on my community wall, so y'all just head around there, get the notification, and then I'll let y'all know every time I drop a video, just so it can be embedded in your brain. Shout out to Candy. Okay, anyway, so the episode starts with Alexia meeting up with not an event planner, but somebody at a restaurant to plan Marisol's wedding celebration. And it's just going to be a small, intimate dinner, I guess, with family and friends or whatever to celebrate their wedding. The lady asked Alexia, about her and Todd. And she was trying to act real stoic and acting like, she didn't want to answer. And then she had her son with her. Y'all, I forgot the young man's name, but he was answering it for her. And so Alexia decided to get extremely emotional. And I'm just kind of like, I guess, girl, like, I don't nail me to the cross, y'all, but yeah, I just don't believe this. Okay, I don't care about it, and I don't believe it. It's insane. Anyway, Alexia then shares with the lady, because so the woman who works, maybe the manager or whatever, that works at that particular restaurant, she knows Alexia and Todd because they frequent there a lot. My question is, why would you host your friend's wedding celebration at a place that you and your estranged husband frequents a lot? To me, it is self-absorbed, and that is who Alexia is. Okay, so she tells the lady about Lisa and how Lisa haven't really been showing up or answering her calls. And so she actually decided to call Lisa to find out that Lisa's dad had passed away. And that was, y'all know Lisa had just kind of mended the relationship with her dad. But we'll get to that a little later. But she talks about the relationship. And so, what's her name? Alexia extends her sympathies and condolences to Lisa, and they hang up. She encourages her and then hangs up the phone. In the next scene, Marisol is actually getting ready for her wedding. I cannot think of his name. I want to call this man Kevin. I don't know why I want to call him Kevin, but I don't think that's his name. So they're getting ready to get married. Marisol got married at Justice of the Peace. Her and her man rode on a motorbike, and I think for Marisol at her age, with both of their ages, they're just like, hey, we done this. Probably she's been there. This is her third time, and she was like, third time is a charm, and I feel like it very well could be. I feel like this is her person, and the way Marisol expressed her emotions and just was vulnerable in that moment about the relationship with her guy. I really love that for her because y'all, it is something about being, I mean, being happy alone is really great, but when you have that other person, it gives it an extra oomph. You know, I'm just saying, it gives it an extra oomph. Anyway, they to me are so cute together. She also finds out about Lisa dad's passing away. She mentioned that she felt bad because, she's out here going to get married, and meanwhile Lisa's dealing with the passing of her father. And I was just like, my personal opinion, I was like, well, it's not like you planned a wedding knowing that this man was, gonna go. All you can do is send your condolences, be a friend, and keep it moving. Sorry, y'all. Be a friend and keep it moving. So Marisol actually mentioned that her and her person have been putting things in place legally. So if anything happens to any one of them, they have everything to take care of one another. They both are rich. They have the access, they have the money. But I like how they kept everything simple. I just like how everything was simple. And I actually want to say this. We haven't really been highlighting on Marisol's drinking, which is always a good thing. Like, she gets her drink, but it hasn't been highlighted since the episode's been on, even though we're in episode 3. And I can probably assure you we probably won't. She probably be keeping it cute with the drinking. I'm happy for Marisol, y'all. Even though y'all know I don't see it for her, I am extremely happy for her because, everybody's deserving of love. In the next scene, Adriana meets up with Julia. When I tell y'all, anyway, so they both mention how they both haven't been calling. No, Julia mentions to Adriana how she hasn't been calling her. Adriana was like, well, listen, the phone worked both ways. And Adriana did tell Julia, like, you told Alexia, because y'all know Adriana don't really like Alexia like that. So you told Alexia about the adoption, but you didn't tell me. And so Adriana felt the way. Adriana asked Julia, basically, hey, would you and Martina be okay with me hosting a baby shower for the twins? And I'm gonna say this, I wouldn't host shit for Julia. Okay, get your own damn baby shower. Well, as a matter of fact, them little hoes that you friends with, tell them hoes to throw you a baby shower, okay? Because y'all should piss me off. Like, I'm trying not to display such colorfulness in my videos. And if you're new to my channel, colorful just means cuss, okay? I'm trying to be nice, okay? Anyway, so Kiki meets with Gertie, and they're at some type of stretching lab. It's called a stretch lab. I think they call it a stretch lab out here. And Gertie is doing it because she wants to be flexible for Russell Fine tail self, okay? And Kiki says she used to be flexible, and the way that Kiki is crazy, and that's all I'm gonna say. So Alexia said, we find out that Alexia has been checking in with Gertie, but we also found out that Gertie didn't know about Alexia's event that she had with the guy and all the other ladies. And she was like, oh wow. Like, anyway, so back over to Adriana and Julia. Adriana tells Julia that Gertie don't understand why those two are at odds. Julia said we get back over at Julia and Adriana. She tells I don't like the undertone in this, but whatever. Julia said to Adriana that she feels uncomfortable with Gertie in her company. Meanwhile, Julia, while she's saying that, but you're the only one going around talking about this lady. This lady didn't even know y'all was in conflict. You never even told her what your issue was. And I don't like the undertone that Julia is, you know, kind of hinting at when it comes to Gertie. If anything, Gertie should feel more uncomfortable being around you. Anyway, this one pissed me off too. Kiki tells Gertie to tone it down because everybody thinks she's extra. She said she's not. Like, Gertie was like, I'm not extra. And now Kiki is now saying that Gertie is acting just like the girls have been saying. So I thought Julia was the only one that was talking about Gertie. So it seems that it's not just Julia. All the other ladies are talking about Gertie. And I don't like how Kiki is trying to police Gertie's personality. Like, if y'all can't handle my personality, then so be it. I'm sitting on a show with 3 women who are so self-absorbed. Larsa, Alexia, and Lisa. But my extraness is too much for everybody. Based on the stuff Gertie has been through in this entire year, I'm going to be extra. I'm here and I'm alive and I'm well and I'm going to be extra. Like, I didn't like how I felt like, and I could be wrong, but Kiki be pissing me off because you are so sided with them that you're not understanding how you're trying to police this lady in her personality. I'm sorry. I just whatever. So in the next scene, Lisa is talking to Jody and they're speaking. She says she's going to speak at her father's funeral. She said she didn't know that her dad loved her the way that he did. She said that she missed many opportunities and she got emotional. She said that she wished she had more time with her dad. Now, this is what I'm discovering with all of these people on these reality shows, with all of this face work, the injections, and my cousin, I don't know, me and my cousin discussed this, and we talked about how it sometimes mess with the tear ducts, because when these women are showing emotion, you can't see that, like, it's like their face is so resting Mitch face. And I don't know if it's the injections and the fillers and too much of it. It does something to you, but it doesn't, you can't tell in their face that they're really emoting. And I don't know. I'm not a plastic surgeon. And I'm not a esthetician or whomever does fillers and all of those things. It just, for me, I just feel like I want to think that Lisa was showing emotion, but when I look at her, I'm looking at her like, do you really feel bad because you really didn't know your dad like that? But I will say this, maybe, possibly, due to all the injections and the fillers and the other thing, it seems as though it doesn't allow y'all to look like y'all emoting. That's it. Anyway, so Kiki is with her mom and her daughter, and when I tell y'all, Kiki's daughter is so cute. Listen, La Mama was like, I want chocolate ice cream. They was trying to give her everything else. She was like, I don't want that. I want chocolate. Give her chocolate ice cream, okay? So this is the part that aggravates me too. So y'all remember Kiki's dad threw her out when she was like 15, 16. And so her dad is coming in town. And her mom is asking that, you need to respect your dad. Even after he threw her out, I still have to have the utmost respect because I wanted to model. I wanted to follow my dream and you disagreed. So because you disagreed, instead of being a parent and being on board and supporting me, you kicked me out at 15. brain is not fully functioned, don't really know up from down, don't really know how to wipe. Don't really know how to wipe, you know, front to back, okay, and drop. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, and I'm supposed to just, and I get it. Like, at some point, we got to get over it and we got to get past it. But for a lot of people to demand of the child to have this so-called respect for the parent who has the wherewithal, and they feel like they don't have to respect the child because they're the adult. Yeah, that irritates me. She said, she tells Kiki, your father is your father, okay, and his daughter is his daughter. His daughter is his daughter that he chose to kick out at 15. This lady had to figure it out. And because of it, her kids don't really have a relationship, because I don't think she has a real relationship with him. So she said she wants her kids to get to know her dad. And then it's like, what do you want them to know? The fact that he kicked you out at 15? Like, forgiveness goes a long way. And they say, forgiveness is for you and not them. And I get that. But for you to kick me out and leave me destitute, not check on me, not support, nothing, and I'm just supposed to have this respect for you, that's some BS to me. I just don't like it. Everybody always says honor thy mother and father, but can we hit the other verse? Do not provoke your children. That is in there. Okay. That is I want to say that's right after or right before. But it's there. Side by side. Okay? But everybody always want to say honor thy mother and father. As you should. But parents, do not provoke your children. Okay? Read your Bible sometimes, baby. Read your Bible. So, apparently this wedding, this surprise celebration is, the celebration for Marisol is a surprise, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, Alexia makes excuses for Todd once again. She's talking to Larsa. Everybody's actually arriving at Marisol's wedding celebration. That's what I meant to say. Larsa arrives there first. Her and Alexia talks about, she as in Larsa asks Alexia, how is Todd? And she does this. I don't know. Like, you want somebody to ask you. And I think that's what irritates me even more. You want somebody to ask you. You won't try to sit there and act like, oh, I don't know. Girl, please. You was just crying about how you allowed this man to grab you by your scalp and sling you from Tampa to Orlando. Okay? Anyway, Larsa thinks that Alexia is losing her mind. Says the woman who wanted to be all up in Marcus' skin last season. Girl, please. So, all the ladies start to arrive. Everybody sit down. And then Larsa's whole ass decide to talk about Lisa and what's his name? Jody. And said how he got mad. They say how the cameras went down and how he was acting. And, he was all in their face screaming. And so, meanwhile, we don't even know if her stupid ass actually called Lisa to check on her about her and her father. But knowing Larsa, she probably didn't. Anyway, Larsa took a picture of Jody. And I don't know if it was the light that had him do it. I don't know. But she took the picture, found a bad picture of Jody, and passed it around. Larsa, y'all, when I tell y'all Larsa, big lip, stretched out coochie ass, get on my nerves, okay? That aggravates my soul. Okay, she thinks Jody is using Lisa. Now I'm gonna say this: she ain't wrong. She not wrong on that. Okay, I just don't like Larsa. Okay. Anyway, Alexia said she don't like how Larsa is talking about Lisa, but your ass sitting there don't have an issue shaking your head up and down. Okay. Moving your head up and down like a damn bobblehead. It's when I tell you them two can go play in traffic, okay? Anyway, Gertie then says the ladies are too much. Oh, so Gertie and everybody come in. Julia goes to Marisol and her new husband, and she is acting extremely extra. Like, have y'all ever seen somebody when they're around people that they don't like, and then they're with their friends and their crew, they then become extremely extra. They do stupid shit. This is what I'm saying. Stupid bitches do stupid shit. Okay. And they the stupid bitches that do stupid shit. Okay. So anyway, they act extremely extra. It's almost like attention seeking to me. That's just how I feel. And that's how Julia was acting. And it was just kind of weird because y'all, Julia don't even like, those people don't even like Julia like that, if we gonna keep it a book. Anyway, Gertie was like, but I'm extra, but she's over there acting extremely extra. And I wasn't mad at Gertie for feeling how she felt. I wasn't mad at Gertie for, her frustration with Julia. And so Gertie actually tried to talk to Julie. She was like, well, listen, we can go on the side and we can talk. We don't have to talk in front of the ladies. Julia gets extremely loud and obnoxious, y'all. I was like, what is that energy? Like, you showing off in front of these hoes. Meanwhile, they're sitting here and they're going to get on the phone and they're going to talk about you just basically because they don't really see it for you. Anyway, I also noticed how those raggedy hoes, was just looking at Julia and Gertie as if we don't really like them like that. Can we, not Dr. Nicole, we need you, okay? And then another thing, this was the second event that Adriana was not invited to. And I know, they have their troubles and all of that, and I know Adriana is a friend of, but still, like, I feel like if Nicole had been there or if Adriana had been there, they would have kept that at peace. Anyway, so Gertie actually tells her side of the story, which sounds more feasible than what Julia is saying. Like, it may be some truth to Julia. I'm not saying she's completely lying. What I'm saying is, they feel like it's some holes in that story. Something ain't clean in the milk, okay? So that's when Julia gets extremely upset and she throws a drink on Gertie. The way Julia would have been on that floor, because I would have, let me scale back, because I would have beat the piss out of Julia. You understand? Because if we supposed to be friends, ain't no way you get that mad at me and throw a drink on me because I'm telling my side of the story, which lends me to believe that what Gertie was saying is all true. That's all I'm gonna say. So again, Kiki's pissing me off by trying to police Gertie, trying to police Gertie's behavior, because at this point Gertie is getting loud and she's trying to police Gertie's behavior as if Gertie is the aggressive one, not the white lady over here who just threw a drink on his black lady. But you're policing her. And then you want all these other people to gather Julia, and they really don't want to. I don't even think they got up and moved. So Gertie decided to come back and stay and continue to tell her story. I was like, Gertie, no ma'am. So Kiki felt like Gertie should leave, Why shouldn't Julia have left? She was the aggressor. When I tell y'all, kudos to myself for not getting loud, but I did throw in the colors, okay? The colors came in. All right? But this is where the episode ended. This pissed me off because overall, with Julia and Gertie, Julia has put 20 on 10 when it came to her and Gertie. You now want to be a part of the Mean Girl clique, and that's fine. But being a part of that clique doesn't mean you have to treat your true friends like shit. Because ultimately what's going to happen is those hoes over there are going to treat you like total shit. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I will catch y'all in the next video. Drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Bye.